Can Scott Laughton and Morgan Rielly turn their games around as the Leafs head down the final stretch? Hey everyone, welcome to Inside the Leafs. Rob Wong, joined alongside by Toronto Sun Maple Leaf writer Terry Koshan. And Terry, Scott Laughton, a big topic of conversation in Leafs Nation right now. It hasn't been the prettiest start for him as a member of his hometown team. Still no goals in his 8 games. He did have one taken away, unfortunately, on a high stick the other night in Nashville. We know he's on a new line right now with Max Domi and Nick Robertson as Craig Berube is trying to get him going. What do you make of the situation?
Well, yeah, no points, Rob, in 8 games. I think he has 6 shots on goal. And as it stands right now, he'll play the Flyers tomorrow night, his former team, on the wing. And that's not why the Leafs got him. All this talk about being the third-line center going into the playoffs and everything else, and now he's not playing that position. Now, he does have a history of playing a bit on the wing in Philly, but this is not what the Leafs had in mind by any stretch of the imagination when they acquired him, on the trade deadline on March 7th. So we'll see how it goes. But I think, this has probably gone on a little bit longer than each side would have liked. There's no doubt about that. The adjustment phase and getting used to a new team and everything like that, Rob. And you don't want to say disappointed because I think, with 12 games to go, there's still time here for Laughton to get this right. But I think by now, given his veteran status, he's not a young guy trying to feel his way through the league. We would have seen a turning of the corner already, and it just hasn't happened. So, we'll see where this line goes and where the Leafs wind up lining up with Laughton in, around April 20th when the playoffs start. But like I said, he wasn't brought in here to play the wing. He was brought in here to play center, and so far, not so good.
Yeah, it definitely has not been a great first few weeks here for Scott Laughton. On the back end, we know Brandon Carlo has definitely fit in very well with this team right now, and he's been paired up with Morgan Rielly for the most part. But unfortunately for Rielly this season, he's been taking a lot of heat, as you know, Terry, from the fan base, whether it be in his own end or even on the offensive end. It has not been the version of Morgan Rielly that I think a lot of Leafs fans have seen in years past. There's a lot of things that have gone on in his life, of course, on and off the ice with a new head coach and the birth of a new child in his family. Of course, I'm sure if you asked Morgan Rielly, he wouldn't want to make any excuses, but overall, we've seen some flashes, but clearly not enough. What have you made of his game?
Yeah, exactly that. Flashes, but not enough, really, at both ends of the rink. And I think what I'd say to people who are concerned about it, and they've been concerned all season, is let it ride for a bit and see where we are once the playoffs start and how this meshing with Brandon Carlo goes. As much as we say you want these things to happen right away, it's like with Laughton, perhaps it does mean a little more time, and in Rielly's case, really to get his game going to the right spot. We know what happened a few years ago, Rob, when the Leafs acquired Luke Schenn and had him on Morgan's right in the playoffs. It was some of the best hockey Morgan Rielly's played with the Maple Leafs in his career. So you would like to see some of that happen as well. Overall, though, I just kind of wonder where it's been all season, the consistency, but there is still time to make it right. I don't think it's a lost cause or anything like that by any stretch of the imagination. So let's see where it goes in the playoffs, because those games, when it's come down to crunch time, he has played better hockey in the past. And would you like to see it now? Of course you would. Do you wonder why it hasn't been there with consistency? Yes. But like I'm saying, he and Carlos still have some time here. There's still a bit of runway to get this right. And I have some confidence that it will happen because we have seen it work in the past for him. But yeah, I would understand the frustration of people who are wondering where it's been at the same level all year, and it just hasn't been. So let's see where it goes. But, the key is, Rob, the coaching staff does still have confidence in Rielly. I don't think there's any doubt about that, and know that he can be a better player. And I think he'd tell you the same thing, too. So let's see when the puck drops in game 1.
Well, it's a big week ahead for the Maple Leafs, as you mentioned, the Flyers here on Tuesday, and then the Leafs head out west for a crucial 3-game Western road trip. Some winnable games here against San Jose, of course, although the Sharks did beat the Maple Leafs recently, but the Ducks, as well as the Maple Leafs, continue to battle for that top spot in the Atlantic Division. As always, leave your thoughts in the comments section below. For Terry Koshan, I'm Rob Wong. Thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you next time.